Hey everybody, this is Kenny Cummings here, chilling with Kenny C. Hope everybody is staying warm like me and my guests at this time. We had a very um, enlightening conversation in her first go around. She's been staying busy since then. She just released her new single just last week, M.D.B.M, and we're gonna get into that single. She has such a fascinating name that I had to make sure that I get the pronunciation part right. So here goes. My guest at this time is Zhaklina. She is with
Woo!
me right now. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Great to have this chat with you again. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. Good job pronouncing my name. You did good.
It feels so much better. I'm doing the Tiger Woods fist pump.
There you go.
That it's like that meme that's been floating around the internet, and he's doing a little pump
Ah,
thing,
yeah,
and it
yeah, yeah.
says "Big Dog." That's what I'm
Mhm.
feeling right now. But
Oh,
I'm so glad to have you back on the show. So let's just go right into the single
sure.
that you just put out just last week, M.D.B.M. Um, I heard the song a couple times since it's been released. I love the song. I love the energy that you bring to this song. Talk a little bit about the give us the details of how this song came to be.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to it. I'm really excited about it as well. So MDBM stands for Money Don't Buy Me. And it came about through a co-write that I had with a producer that I met, and he goes by Pimp Fried Rice. And he's also super talented and does like a lot of his own artist songs and music as well. So people should definitely check him out. He's a great writer, and a great producer. And we met up to write a song together, and we're just like, okay, what are we gonna write about? What are we gonna like do with this song? And I always have so many ideas. Like my notes section is like packed with like music and lyrics and poetry and words that I want to use in songs. And so I'm like, let me see. And I'm like, okay. So I have a song that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's really important to me that I work with like the right producers. On like specific songs that I want to have a certain feel, and I want to feel like the producer I'm working with like vibes with that feel and is going to be able to make it like the best that it can be. So I knew that this was going to have some more like hip hop undertone with it. So it was more on the alternative pop side of my music rather than the alternative rock. I do both. Um, so I was trying to connect with somebody that could really bring this vision to life. And I was like, I feel like you'd be really great for this song. It's this like super like upbeat, kind of aggressive anthem about following your heart, staying true to who you are, and being authentic no matter how much money is thrown at you in any industry. Like, don't, it's basically don't sell your soul for the money and fame. And initially, when I had presented everything to him and was like just adding on lyrics to the idea, I was going to make it about the music industry specifically, and he literally like changed one word and it made all the difference in my opinion. And it's in the chorus, where it says, let's see, money don't buy me, put your mouth where your heart is, don't coax me with diamonds, I'll just give in to the homeless, try to change who I am, that's a big no, I won't back down, I don't care. Okay. So I had I don't care what your stream count look like, because a lot of like record labels and people focus on and emphasize the stream count for like success. And he was like, what if we changed it to bank account? that way people in any industry would be able to relate to it, not just the music industry. And I can still share that like this song was inspired by my experience in the music industry. And I was like, that is brilliant. Yes. So, and that's like one of my favorite lines. So basically this is a song that it empowers anybody who's passionate about what they do to stay true to who they are, to stay true to their why, to stay true to their purpose and what they're doing, and really go after what success looks like for them rather than feeding what success is like being projected onto them, like the idea of success that's being projected onto them. And I kind of like give a little bit of insight with some of the verses on my personal experience being a woman in the music industry and what that's like and what I've been told would sell, etc., etc. And for me, ultimately, like it's so important for me to do my very best to stay in alignment with my values and my faith, because like more than anything, I care about my spiritual well-being and my soul that goes on after this life, rather than all the like riches and glory that exist in this very temporary breath of air life that we live.
So we are about 16 days into 2024. And I think it's important to have a song like this out this early in the year. And it's just a reminder, like, I mean, money is good. Money's lovely, but it shouldn't define who a person is, per se. Um, Money, one of my favorite rappers had this saying: the more money you get, the more problems you get. And it's their strikes home to this day. That's Notorious B.I.G. for the listeners that may not know. Well, I'm pretty sure people already knew that by now. But that's here nor there. This is a very deep song. And just a reminder of, hey man, just because you got this and that, it don't mean much. It feels like people are gonna do whatever it takes to get to the top. Unfortunately, I mean those are the times that we live in, and it's not just music industry related. It's just life in general. People are gonna step on people just to get to where they need to be, and you just gotta keep an eye on people. You gotta watch people's motives.
Yeah.
And watch what people are bringing into your life per se. And when I heard this song, man, it was bopping. You mentioned the hip hop feel to it. That caught my attention right away. Then listening to the lyrics, you got to learn the video for this song on YouTube, which people can check out on YouTube, obviously. Um, It's definitely gonna go down as one of the most important songs of 2024, and we are just 16 days in already. So, what I admire about you is how authentic you are within your music, and you put a lot of emphasis into your music. Put You add substance to your music, and money has always been a topic for a lot of musicians, whether bragging about it, but it's very rare that you hear a song like this talking about, hey, you know, pump the brakes, you know what I'm saying? Like to the industry, to your family, to your friends, to your loved ones. Like, hold on, man. It can humble you real quick if you ain't careful. So having a song like this was exactly what the doctor ordered for 2024. We are just 16 days in. So I seen the reels, I seen the videos you put out leading up to this release with the beanie hat, with the baseball bat. you are sending a message to the song, and and I dig it. I dig this song, and I'm looking forward to playing this song once I get back to the Music Money Jukebox thing. So, um, I'm all in on this track right here. I'm digging it.
Thank you. That means the world. Like, thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that.
So I definitely do. So everybody go check it out. Money Don't Buy Me. That's the acronym. It's available on all the streaming platforms. Like I've already said, uh, there's a lyric video for this song on YouTube. Go check that out as well. You can sing word for word. Now, who knows? You'll see her perform that song in person, and you'll know the words, you know, just like that. So that's your first release of 2024. So you setting the tone for what's to come in 2024. So with that being said, obviously, like when you go to social media and you see the reaction that you get from this song, like obviously you want to know how people feel about it. What's been the reaction from what's been the social media reaction to this song since it's been released?
So, the big word that I keep hearing from people is energy. People really like the energy of this song. You even said it earlier when we first started this podcast. But that's been like the biggest response I would say is like, oh, I love this energy. Like, this is awesome. Like, I needed this because it's like super powerful. It's motivating. Um, really puts a pep in your step. I keep telling everybody it's a great song to work out to. Or like if you're really frustrated, like just put it on and it's like, I don't know, I always just find like jamming out to it helps me relieve a lot of my frustration. But it's anthemic and I think it resonates with a lot of people and from other people that have interviewed me on it, that have listened to it and have been streaming it, they've been telling me that it's super relatable and they think it's a message that everybody needs to hear. So far, so good, which is relieving because I was so nervous to put it out because again I'm like, I got a bat in my hand and I'm just like having all these like metaphors that are a little more aggressive than what I've done in the past. Like it was vulnerable of me to share this part of myself with artists and the world who listen to my music. So to have this reaction that's like super supportive and grateful for this song feels awesome. Like I really couldn't ask for anything else. It's doing well on streaming platforms. It's been steady. People have been listening to it every day, so that's super cool. I've got a lot of content that I'm pumping out just to keep the momentum going and growing. So yeah, that's been the response so far.
Well, that's definitely awesome to hear. Go check out the single M.D.B.M, which stands for Money Don't Buy Me for Zhaklina. Available on all the streaming platforms right now. So make sure you go keep those numbers up, as people like to say, keep the numbers up, keep the supporting going. So wow, I love the song. I really do. So obviously, what's next for you going into these coming weeks and months? Are you gonna just continue spreading the word on this single? You got any upcoming shows, upcoming music, maybe more music after this? Like what's next for you in the coming weeks or so?
Yeah, so I actually already had my first show of the year, which was about 2 weeks ago. It was a full band show. It was awesome. We had a pretty good turnout. Yeah, it was an awesome show. We have our next show. It's supposed to be happening this Thursday, depending on the weather. So we'll see. But we've got a show at the Five Spot in Nashville on Thursday, starting at 9 o'clock that I'm really excited about. And then we have more mental health songwriter night shows coming up. So I am the founder and host of Mental Health Songwriter Nights in Tennessee, which are mental health themed songwriter showcases that benefit artists and mental health related causes. So we've got a couple of those coming up, including a really big ticketed event at Onzy Blue in Hillsborough Village on Monday, February 5th. And that show is going to be from 7 to 10 p.m. And my band is going to be playing at that event, and we will be benefiting the Refuge Center for counseling. So that's a really big one to put on your calendars. It's our first themed event, which is going to be titled "What is Love?" So it's essentially taking the concept of love and talking about it from the perspective of mental health. So infusing the two with like Valentine's Day right around the corner. So that's something cool to do, whether you're single in a relationship or whatever. We also have just more mental health shows coming up after that, more shows coming up after that I'm going to be sharing on social media. As far as songs coming out, so this was the first release of the year. And I will be like talking about it more and sharing more content around it in the coming weeks. However, I am going to be starting something, and you heard it here first, that is going to be promoting my final 17 Reasons Why EP to my 17 Reasons Why series. So I am going to start from the very beginning, from when I first started releasing these EPs with the very first song and talking about it in a very like documentary style and just bringing up all the music that I've shared through these EPs up until I release the final EP, which has 2 brand new songs on it, and that'll be coming out in the spring. And then I'm working on another single that I'm planning on releasing in the summer. So lots prepared for the first like 6 to 7 months of this year that I'm really excited about.
That's awesome to hear. Especially you take pride of mental health. You take pride of it within your music, within your shows, within everything. Um, and with these past few years that we as a country, not just a country, but the world, as we go through from the pandemic and some other things, mental health is something not to be taken for granted. Um, we all go through certain things. We all handle things differently, and it's just things like this is just a reminder. Like if you feel like you're in a bad way, just get some help. Get get your help from family, from friends, for somebody that's just willing to listen per se. And that's one of the things that I truly respect from an artist like yourself. Just there are a lot of artists out there that's just spreading the word of how important your mental health is and your well-being is. And you're sending a good message in that regard. So, and you're doing like weekly shows with this mental health, and now you got some more music on the way, and I'm very, very excited about this. I'm gonna definitely keep spinning this song for sure. And with tax season coming up, that might be something to listen to.
Yeah.
While you file them taxes, you know what I'm saying? Because Uncle Sam don't play. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Sam don't play at all.
Yep.
So go check out this lovely, talented artist. She's awesome. She's got substance in her music. She's authentic, and she's quite a badass. She's a badass. I again go check out her Instagram, the reels with the baseball bat and the beanie hat. even in this cold weather that we're dealing with. But it ain't stopping her from getting her message across.
Mm.
So, but thank you so much for being back on the show. I'm so happy that you got more music on the way, and thank you for sharing your future events and future plans that you have musically and everything. And just congrats to you on just an incredible song kicking off the new year. And looking forward to seeing and hearing more from you throughout 2024. So thank you so much. And I hope that you stay as warm as humanly possible because we literally talked about how brutal this weather is and that we just can't wait till spring gets here. And even with spring getting here, it's probably still going to be a little bit cool, but it just let us know that the decent weather is coming. So yeah, I can't wait for this weather to go away. I can't stand the cold. I can't stand the cold at all. It's crazy. It
It has
really
been
is.
cold. It's gonna get down to like 1 degree here in Nashville tonight. So
Yikes.
about that, but prepared.
Yeah, crazy times with this weather, crazy times. Well, it's great having you on the show. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. And just again, congrats on the single. I will be playing this on my Music Monday jukebox starting in February. And obviously I'll be playing your music, more of your music that you put out in the coming weeks and months as well. So props to you. Thanks again for your time. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. You were just wonderful, and I really appreciate how thoughtful and empowering you are. Thank you.
Much love, much love. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank y'all for please support independent music. Support this lady right here. Check out the single Money Don't Buy Me. Just remember that, when you go through what you go through, just remember it ain't worth the trouble. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a great week. And again, if you're living in the east, the south, please stay warm. This weather is not letting up at all. I'm Kenny Cummins. That's Zhaklina. And we are out of here. You all have a good evening. All right.